Hey guys, and what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley, for those of you who do not know. Today's video is going to be another makeup tutorial, and it will be on this eye look right here. Not on the completed look, just on the eyes. And we're just going to have a little bit of fun. This wasn't initially what I wanted to do, but it just happened. And I'm pretty satisfied with it. So if you guys are interested in this video, definitely don't forget to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Comment down below if you'd like, and let's just get started. Okay, so we're just gonna get started. I got my water here and we're ready to go. So my eye is already primed, and for today we're going to be using the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. If you don't like him, or if you don't have this palette, this is what it looks like. So if you don't have this palette, you don't need it. You just get a palette that has similar colors. Basically today we're going to use like a white, pink, blue, and like a shimmery kind of gold color for the highlight. So any palette you have that's kind of like similar to that will do. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a blending brush just like this, and we're going to take a transition color. So any transition color you want, you don't necessarily have to do the one I'm doing. This is going to help the shadows blend a little bit better right here. So I'm going to go into that color, and I'm just going to apply this right in the crease and build it up slightly. And again, this is just our transition color. It's not really noticeable anyways, as you can see on this eye. You can't really see it. So I'm just bringing it from all the way on the outer V, all the way inwards. And just going windshield wiper motions, and just going back and forth till it's nicely and evenly blended. Okay, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and start building up the blue. The brush that I'm using is a very small blending brush, and this is from Luxie. This is the 237 blending brush, and as you can see, it's just really small as compared to like the Wet n Wild brush. You see, it's just a little bit more denser and a little bit more smaller, so really nice to get in the crease. So the next color I'm going to take is the royal blue color called Soaked, which is this one right here. It's not as bright as how it looks in the pan, which is disappointing, but nonetheless, we're just going to use that. And when working with dark colors like this, you want to take your time. So this is a really dark blue when applied, so you want to take your time to make sure you don't create any mistakes. So I'm just going to go in with this color. I'm going to build it up, so I'm going to take a little bit at a time. And I'm just going to keep doing windshield wiper motions and bring it inwards. I'm not going to bring it all the way because, as you can see, I want to create a little bit of gradient and then go into the pink. So a little bit more than halfway, like a tiny bit more, so like right around there. And then I'm just going to continue to build up the blue and just use the windshield wiper motions, just continuing to go back and forth. Pretty simple. If you feel like it gets too hard to blend a color like this, you can always go into a similar color that's lighter. So for example, the blue right here, which is called Brain Freeze, it's the same, you know, it's a blue color, just a lighter version. So just to show you, I'm going to take some of that and I'm going to apply it. And then this is just going to help me soften the blue and also blend it a little bit better. So as you can see, it makes it kind of pastel-y and washes it out a little bit. So then afterwards, once you get it nicely blended, you could just go back into the soaked color, the royal blue, and just build it up again. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and add the pink. Again, like I said, this palette is a beautiful palette, but the colors aren't actually as pigmented as they look, like how they appear. So this is my first palette from Jeffree Star, so looking at it, and the colors look bright and vibrant and all that stuff. Granted, I have artificial lighting, but when you place them on your skin, they're not so bright. So in my opinion, I just feel like disappointed coming from someone like him that's, you know, very famous, has a lot of money. You would think that the pigmentation would be a little bit more powerful, but like I said, nonetheless, I have it. I'm gonna use it because it wasn't $3, you know what I'm saying? So the next color I'm gonna take is Bubblegum, which is up here. When I was sitting down today and doing my makeup, well, doing this eye, I had something else in mind, but once I applied the blue, it just kind of threw me off. And to be honest, I didn't have time to go ahead and start over, so I was like, we're just gonna go with the flow. So, but I'm taking the pink on a dome shaped eyeshadow brush, and I'm applying it right here in the inner 1/3, like the socket part. So right in here, and I'm just bringing it inwards to the blue. Nothing too crazy. Like I said, this is what it wasn't what I envisioned when I sat down, but here we are. To soften it, I'm going to take a clean brush and I'm just going to pass it on the outer edges just to make it really nice and soft and not so harsh. There's nothing on this brush, it's just clean. I say this all the time. It's better to just take a little bit of eyeshadow at a time because you could always build up. It's easier that way as opposed to jam-packing a whole bunch of eyeshadow and then you're like, damn, I'm going to be here for blending for days. So just start little by little and add more as you go. Kind of like look at different angles and see where you're missing things and just, you know, go from there. So just take your time. What I like to do sometimes is I'm sitting here in front of a mirror, but then I'll go like into my bathroom mirror and I'll stand back and I'll just make sure that everything looks, you know, leave it like that. I'm going to show you guys the highlight that I'm going to use. So I'm going to go into the color that's actually called Jawbreaker, and it's right over here. So this color right here, Jawbreaker, I'm going to take that on a very small dome. I'm going to take that on a very small eyeshadow brush. It looks just like this. And I'm just going to tap into that color and really just highlight the high point, the arch of my brow. I'm not going to exaggerate it today like I normally do. And in my last video, I did show what I use or what I'm using at the moment to kind of clean up the crease. And that is the Pixi Hydrating Milky Makeup Remover. Looks just like this. So every time you're going to use it, you definitely want to give it a shake because it does separate. What I don't like about this is the actual spout. Like I would open it and put it in something else because it's kind of annoying. But then I'm going to take a flat eyeshadow brush just like this. I'm going to dip it into the makeup remover and I'm just going to clean up my lid and create the blank canvas for the glitter. I say yes, if you don't have this product, you could just use concealer or a baby wipe or whatever makeup remover you have. This is just what I have, and I've been enjoying it, so that's what I'm using. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply glitter glue. You can apply eyelash glue. I'm at a loss for words here. You can apply eyelash glue. You can apply concealer, whatever you feel. So I'm just applying a little bit of eyelash glue. Now with this, you don't have to work as quickly as you would with eyelash glue, because eyelash glue I always recommend doing a little bit at a time because you don't want it to get too tacky to the point where you can't necessarily stick anything on it. So that's that. The glitter that I'm using is from Yamysboutique. If you don't know what this boutique is, this company, I'll link it down below, the website as well as the Instagram. All the glitters and pigments and lip glosses are bomb. She makes a lot of beautiful glitters, trust me. So this one is Fairy, and this is what it looks like there, and that's what it looks like on the eye. So it just kind of has a shift to it depending on the lighting. So I'm going to take some on my brush, the same brush that I applied the glue with, and I'm just going to pack it on. what I like to do is just take the brush and just make sure that all the glitter is like packed on. So I'll just take the brush and just pat it just like this all over, just to make sure that like any pieces that were about to fall off don't. Just gonna take a makeup remover wipe, just kind of catch some of this glitter that fell, because that could be pretty annoying when you're gonna do like your foundation and stuff. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back into the color Soaked, and I'm gonna apply some on top of the glitter on the outer V. So just like that. Doesn't have to be perfect or precise or anything. It's just to add some depth in the outer V. Nothing too major. So for lashes today, I'm going to use these right here. These are the Vegas Nay Grand Glamour lashes, and I'm going to go ahead and pop these on, and I'll see you in just a second. Completed look. I went ahead and added this scarf on my head just because I'm going to take some pictures, so I just wanted to add a little something to the pictures. I did go ahead and highlight. I used the blue highlight again for picture purposes. If you don't feel like doing that, you don't have to. That's the beauty about makeup, that you could just have fun, be creative, and just go all out if you wanted to, or just be really subtle if you wanted to. It's just the fun and creativity part of it that I like the most. I have glitter. Where should I have glitter? Okay, so for my lips, I just lined with a dark brown lip liner, and then I used Kat Von D's Bow and Arrow for my lips. I'm gonna pop a little bit of color in the inner corner. So I'm gonna go back into the Jawbreaker palette, because that's basically the only palette we use today besides our face. So we're just gonna go ahead and use this as well. So let me get a brush. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to go into is the color Virgin, which is the white right up here on top. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that, and I'm going to apply that in the inner corner just like this. And I always like to apply something in the inner corner just because I feel like it just makes the look pop even more. And plus it's so dark in there, so I just want to like brighten it up. And then I'm going to go into Jawbreaker, which is the same color we applied on the brow bone. I'm going to apply a little bit more on the brow bone. I said I wasn't going to go all out, but you see I can't resist. And then I'm going to take that same color and apply it right on top of the color Virgin. So that completes this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sticking through the video. And if you are not following me on my social media, I will leave my Instagram down below so you guys can follow me there. And as always, I appreciate you guys so much from the bottom of my heart, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Besos.